Hey everybody, welcome to Morris Knows It All. Today we're talking Royal Rumble 2020 predictions. Um, by the way, I'd like to thank WWE for these stock photos that I'm using. Of course, these are from previous photos. So if you notice, yeah, that's a old Royal Rumble poster. Some of those characters, some of those people aren't even in WWE anymore. They might have gone ACW. I'm looking at you, John Moxley. Or they've had some drastic character changes, including Becky Lynch, and of course, you know, the Fiend himself, Bray Wyatt. All right, so we're going to talk about what I'm talking about, some of my predictions, what I think is going to happen in the Royal Rumble. Now, of course, for me, I've always thought the Royal Rumble is if it's not the number one show, it's the number two show, and sometimes it's the most exciting of all the shows. Like WrestleMania is kind of sometimes we'll have some hit or miss matches, but Royal Rumble, it's usually the one where they can go the craziest, have the biggest surprises, just go for broke because it's the Royal Rumble. If you want to do something crazy, this is the time to start it up because you can build off it from there going into WrestleMania. Okay, so a few things we probably should discuss. Let's go forth. Roman Reigns will definitely be the winner of the men's Royal Rumble. Why? Because it just makes sense. And you know what? Good. I think he's the perfect choice to win. Last year he wasn't even wrestling because he was battling cancer. They can even build in the storyline. This is his final comeback bit if he wins the Royal Rumble. Also, I don't think he'll be like number 29 or 30. He'll be a lower pick, but probably like maybe no lower than maybe like 18. But he'll be in the match for a while. He's got the ability, the strength, and more important, they can build it into a. That's how tough he is. You know, they've done it before. He's had to fight his way through it. But now there's the other caveat that the man could have died last year, and you know he probably could have lost his wrestling career. But he beat cancer. Now he's going to win the Royal Rumble and then go on to face someone at WrestleMania. Probably most likely, if they keep the title on the Fiend, it'll be Bray Wyatt, the Fiend. You know, they've had good matches in the past, so it's a good choice. Speaking of that, Brock Lesnar. Now Lesnar has the title right now for Raw. He is the in and announced he's going to be the number one entrant in the Royal Rumble, which is kind of surprising. Why they didn't want to have him just fight a regular match, I'm not certain. Last year they had him fight Finn Balor in a really good match, so I'm not exactly certain what's the goal of that is. But I think I have a couple clues. One, maybe they just kind of feel like they're a little on a drought, so they're gonna have him go in the Royal Rumble and face a few people. Also, this could be a case of maybe they're considering pulling the title off of him real soon. So give him a big pay-per-view. They think maybe this will help boost a little excitement. But the big deal is, I think what will happen, he'll be number one. He'll face some people like No Way Jose, Shorty G. You know, he'll face some of the smaller guys. He'll crush them. He'll squash them. They won't be an enhancement talent situation, but he'll face some guys that'll be easy ones. But then we get to 6 or 7. So after he's eliminated 4 or 5 people one at a time, you know, the fans might get a little bit. The fans probably get a little antsy, like who's going to come in next. What I think will be the perfect decision would be if you hear a gong, and out comes the light, or out goes lights, and the lights come back up, and the Undertaker standing right behind him. Have the Undertaker beat on him. You know, they fight for a few minutes. The point being is they fight long enough for someone else to come in, maybe 2 or 3. You know, it becomes where he can't just take them on individually. Like him versus like 3 or 4, it's gonna be a little bit harder, and we'll have that go on. Now, I don't expect the Undertaker to eliminate him. I don't expect the Undertaker staying there long. The idea is have the Undertaker be kind of a cool callback to their famous match at WrestleMania, get the crowd excited, but then you'll have a couple other surprises. One of the people I think will be in around this point will be Kofi Kingston. Now, of course, Kofi had the title up until Brock defeating him in a short bit, and I think Kofi will be involved in his elimination. Maybe not directly, but I think this will be a great use of Kofi. Now, Kofi, could be a potential winner for the Royal Rumble. His most famous match every year always is the Royal Rumble, where he pulls his incredible stunt, where he does something that keeps him in the match despite being thrown out. Somehow he'll land on his hands, land on a New Day member, land on a chair, and do some incredible trick to get back in the ring. What I think will happen is Brock will try to eliminate him. Kofi will do his incredible "I've got back in the ring" trick, and then either help eliminate him, or the other possibility is in the process of trying to eliminate Kofi, Kofi will pull some kind of incredible twist or backflip, or maybe wrap his legs around him somehow and cause him to pull him. Lesnar's own attempt to throw him out will cause himself to get eliminated. So essentially, Kofi won't directly eliminate him. Brock will get eliminated in the process of trying to eliminate Kofi. And Kofi I think, will hang on for a while. I think this will be a case where they may try to set up Kofi going, toward the end. Now, before we get back to that, let's talk about a couple other twists, which is, okay, so I think Seth Rollins will definitely be a Final 5 person. I think he'll be one of the last people in also. I think that's on purpose. He won it last year, so they would expect him to do pretty well since he doesn't have the title. Now, let's now zoom into Becky Lynch. Now, Becky Lynch has got her big match with Asuka. What I think this match is going to lead to is a heel turn on Becky Lynch. Either she will lose the title to Asuka and in the process turn heel, or to defeat Asuka, as it's coming more and more likely she can't beat Asuka, she's going to do a heel move, which I think will involve her fiance, Seth Rollins. Rollins will either sneakily come out and try to help her, or she will curb stomp Asuka on the floor. She'll do something that's very heelish. And then, or perhaps what I think is the most likely twist, she'll start attacking Asuka in a way that, and then distract the ref, and the authors of pain will come out and give Asuka the last chapter and knock her and take her out, and she'll win then. So she'll still have the title, but she'll be full on heel, and more importantly, she'll be. They'll once again play at the fact they're engaged. It would make sense if he's heel, she would be heel too. It's one of those cases where, it's logic. Also, this would help Charlotte if she's wanting to build off the idea that she is going to be, if Charlotte's a potential winner. But I think she may not be the main winner. But I can see them reuniting the feud if Charlotte's the face and Becky's the heel. Also, this could be a great little... But there's another possibility with that, and I'll go into it as well. Also, what I think is going to be interesting is we don't really know what Bayley's involvement is going to be yet. She might have a match, she might not. She might be there just to help Sasha Banks in there. So we'll see about that. I definitely think AJ Styles has a potential to be a top 5 as well. I think he could be a good choice to take on Brock early on too. But being heel, I doubt that'll be the case. But I definitely think AJ Styles is going to have a very good Royal Rumble. Now, I bet you're wondering, why is Rhea Ripley's picture coming up? Well, she is who I think is actually going to be the winner of the Women's Royal Rumble. Rhea Ripley is the perfect choice if Becky Lynch goes heel for her, and I'd say perfect the idea of have a heel or have a champion versus champion match. Now, we already did this at Survivor Series, but that was Shayna Baszler. Rhea Ripley, however, is just become one of the hottest wrestlers around. Her winning against Shayna Baszler had incredible momentum. And last year at the Royal Rumble, she did a kind of Kofi trick where she got in her hands and did this awesome move. So I could see her pulling an incredible twist and winning. If she wins, they could definitely set up a great match, either her versus Bayley or her versus Becky. I think her versus Becky would be perfect. I would not have if they want to do a 3-way tie match, have all 3 of them face, and just like they did last year, it's a possibility. But I think there's a potential for a Bayley-Sasha Banks match that I think the Royal Rumble might set up. Let's go back here real quick. Sasha Banks has been a heel since she came back. I could see her and Bayley having an interesting twist in that maybe Sasha's looked like she's going to win, and then Bayley take her out. Like maybe Bayley's been sitting there watching the match, and then suddenly she comes out and knocks out Sasha or stops her from winning. There could also be a twist that Sasha turns on Bayley in the process. I don't know. I have a feeling, though, a Sasha versus Bayley match at Royal Rumble at WrestleMania is a very good likeliness. All right, and I'm gonna before we get on, before we run out of time, I'm going to do what I think are a couple of big surprises who I think are going to be in the Royal Rumble. Of course, the Royal Rumble loves having surprises. I think, I definitely, even though Nikki Bella claims she's retired, I think they'll have Nikki Bella come out. I say just for, she could be one of the cases where she comes out, she's eliminated real fast, but have Nikki Bella show up. Now, if you heard earlier, I was playing Rob Van Dam's music. Of course, I think I've heard rumors Rob Van Dam's definitely in. Now, there's a lot of talk that Edge is going to be in. I definitely think Edge will be in. He will not win. I think it's fair to say Roman's going to. I think Edge's appearance will be a big shock, but it'll be setting up his return. Now, there's a rumor also that Christian will appear as well, and I think if you do have Christian, you'll definitely have Edge. Now, one person I don't have pictured, but I think will definitely be in the women's match. If this person appears, it'll definitely set up another surprise. I think AJ Lee will appear in the Women's Royal Rumble. She hasn't got to be in it yet, and I think she's a good choice. Have her show up and be a surprise. Take out somebody major. AJ Lee comes out. Her husband is, of course, CM Punk. So if AJ Lee's there, I would not be surprised if CM Punk shows up. Now, what I think would be a good surprise is have him come out as either at number 30. Now, he could also be the person that eliminates Brock Lesnar. That would also make sense. And setting up a Punk-Lesnar WrestleMania match would be great. I don't think they would put the belt back on Punk. I think it'll be more likely a case where he loses the belt to somebody else. Now, like I said, I still think Aleister Black's a good choice. I definitely like the idea of Kevin Owens also. But I think what will probably happen is CM Punk comes out, it'll be to go after someone specifically, set up a big deal. He's been feuding with The Miz, so The Miz would be a good choice. Now, another surprise, although I don't think it's much of a surprise, I'm pretty certain John Cena will appear. He'll be either early or late. He won't be a middle person. When Cena comes in, he'll be another big pop. He could also be a case where if they don't use The Undertaker to help slow down Brock Lesnar, have him come out. I think that's a good choice. Another one I thought would be an interesting surprise would be have Finn Balor come out in the Demon makeup. Now, the Demon's never lost a match in a pay-per-view match. So if the Demon shows up, that could be a good twist as well. And of course, if the Demon would be the only one else I think I could see beating besides Roman Reigns. So if the Demon comes out, if he wins, have a Demon versus Fiend match is perfect because the Fiend's first match was Finn, but he went in the Demon persona. So have the Demon versus the Fiend, that would be a good option. Now there is another possibility. If the Undertaker does show up, there's been rumors for a long time that Sting has been working on his neck for quite a while and has always wanted that match with the Undertaker. They didn't give him that option, and he got hurt before he could get that option. So an Undertaker, if Sting shows up, they could easily have him battle the Undertaker either in the Royal Rumble and get that, or have it set up where Sting eliminates the Undertaker, or vice versa, and have them have their big match at WrestleMania. I mean, if I'm into I can have Sting Undertaker. There's my show right there. That'll sell out. So that'd be the other one. Now I think Charlotte will do well, but I definitely don't think Charlotte's going to be a winner. Some of the other surprises, I think we'll probably see Nia Jax or Ruby Riott make the returns. Nia Jax might not be ready, but I think Ruby Riott definitely will be, and I think she'll be a big dominating one. Will we see Ronda Rousey? I think likely, but also a case where she shows up and kind of helps sets up something. I wouldn't be surprised if we have a situation where Ronda is and Shayna Baszler get into it. I can see Ronda Baszler WrestleMania. That would be a big match. Or if you want to go interesting, help set up a 4 horsemen versus 4 horsewomen match. So yeah, those are my picks. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please, if you are a wrestling fan, of course, please like it, please share. Please comment who you think will be a big surprise at WrestleMania, at the Royal Rumble. And of course, now for those of you who believe that the rumor that Hulk Hogan's going to be in, no. Hulk Hogan won't be in the match. Even though he's been in great shape, he's going to be the host of WrestleMania. That's obvious. It's in Tampa. There's no doubt he'll be at there. He will not be in the Royal Rumble. His back's too bad of shape. Even if he's had another surgery that may have made things easier and he's working out more and more, he's not. There's probably a better shot of Stone Cold than there would be, and The Rock than it would be of Hulk Hogan. Anyway, my name's Tom. I hope you enjoy. See you all next time.